welcome back to the channel. I thought we'd do some grid art today, so I've got my tape and I've taped down my cold press watercolour paper. Love cold press watercolour paper, really good for this kind of art. And I thought we'd do some grids, roughly placing this down, just lightly pressing it on because I might want to bring it back up because I'm not happy of the placement. No, I think that's fine. And then I'm just going to squash that tape down and make sure it's completely sealed onto your cold press watercolour paper because you don't want any seepage. Colours I'm going to use today are blue grey deep and we've got Prussian blue. I'm going to use a medium size round brush and then I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to add some colour to the page. These are going to be very, very simple marks. Do that there and that there. Coming down, add a little bit more water. Bring it down the page. And then I'm going to get my Prussian blue. And just add these lovely marks down the page. Just using the edge of the brush. This is easy to do. No skill needed. Just a bit of patience. Add some round little circles here. And some down here. I'm going to grab the blue grey deep. Just add some bigger circles in the mix. Not worrying that I'm going over the tape. Bringing this one around like that. I'm going to add some little stripes going across the page here. Sort of jaggedy, going up and down. I want a rough kind of look to this, but I'm leaving a little gap. It has touch there, but it doesn't matter. We'll pretend it's part of the plan. Bringing that round there. And that round there. Then I'm grabbing the lighter colour and just adding that to the bottom of the page. Don't worry if you haven't got these colours, you can use whatever colours you want, and it's the same with the Kuretake paints. If you haven't got Kuretake paints, please don't worry, it's not a problem at all. You can use whatever paints you've got, watercolour paints, they'll all do the same job. I just like using the Kuretakes because they offer such rich, lovely colours. I'm going to do some sideways kind of round movements like that. Bring it round. So I'm just, whatever pops into my mind, I'm just getting it down on the page. Now I think to myself, oh, there's a gap there, let's fill it. So I'm adding these lovely circles there. Using the tip of the brush to create. If you wanted finer circles, just get a smaller brush. If you wanted thicker, you could use a flat brush. That would create some nice big sweeps of colour. Bring that down there, that down there, and then get the lighter blue and do a lighter blue band in the middle. So we're going to let that dry. We're going to see whether there's any more painting needs to be done on top. I thought it'd be nice to add a bit of gold ink to our piece. So we've got Winsor & Newton gold ink, really nice. I am running out of this, so I think it's a little bit gloopy at the bottom, so I'm going to actually mix it with my brush. This isn't a watercolour brush, this is my brush they use for the gold ink, so I'm not too fussed about it. You see it's a little bit gloopy there. I'll mix it a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to add some marks. So I thought it'd be nice to just add a little bit of glitz to our page by adding these nice marks, sort of fine-ish line coming down the page. Some centre bits here. So you could get a finer brush. This is a bit of a thick brush. It's good for just adding these big, kind of generous blobs onto the page. Lines across here. Just follow what we've already got. Bring that down the page there. Some blobs down there. Maybe some lines across this one. More blobs down here. Okay, so I think the ink's dry. I've grabbed some pens. I've got a PC1MR Posca pen and a 0.7 black fine liner uniball pen, and we're going to mark make over the top to just add some little dots. This doesn't want to play. Let's bring it round. Bring the dots round down the page. I'm going to grab the fine liner and just do some lovely lines in between on the negative space. Really easy, simple to do. A little bit of fun, adding some detail onto that space there. Now I really should sort out my pens because I can see this one's running out as well. I tend to just put them straight back into my case, thinking that they're going to somehow come back to life. They never do. So I don't know why I keep doing this, but it seems to be working again now. It's been listening to me and it's decided that it doesn't want to go in the bin, which is good. Grabbed a Posca pen here just to add some dotty kind of detail into this square, and hopefully that'll clear up this blurry bit here. Won't cover it completely, but it'll sort of disguise it. Add some stripes onto these as well. Been very temperamental, my Posca pens lately. I think it must be the heat. They just don't seem to want to play. In the cool, they seem to run quite well. We're having a bit of a heat wave here in the UK, so yeah, everything's drying a lot quicker than usual. I'm so not used to the heat here. Might come back to this. I'm not sure whether I've finished there. Okay, going back to the fine liner. I'm just adding some lines going up in these negative space. So what's the weather like where you are? Is it nice and temperate? Or do you have drastic changes in the weather? We've been having this heat wave all summer, and it's not something we're used to really here in the UK. And for all those people that love gardening, you'll know what I mean when you look at your plants and they bloom and then those blooms are gone very quickly and everything's dried up. So everything's really quite suffering out there. I think I'll add some dots into the darker area here. I need another pool of paint because it doesn't want to do it. I'm going to add some lines coming across for a bit of interest here and here as well. Really doesn't want to play, so it's a little bit jaggedy. I'm going to pretend it's part of the feature. So sometimes I've done this and then I'm sort of pumping it on the page and you get great big pools of paint. It's hard to know what to do really. I get very impatient and I just want it to work. Thought I'd try my Uniball pen. See whether I get any more joy out of that. Yep, that is working nice. Not as thick a line as the Posca pen, but at least it's working. I'm going to add some lines again, coming up through this space, bringing it all the way up. Thought I'd do some circles in here, see what they look like. And then we're going to move on to the white. And again, I'm going to put some circles around these shapes again. So they're all the same patterns that I'm using. A few circles, a few dots, a few lines. Nothing complicated. I think I'm going to grab the bigger black pen, turn the board around, just fill it full of dots, and again bringing it down here, some white dots in here. These don't offer very big dots, the Uniball pen. But I'm going to make over some of these golds, so I'm going to add with the Posca pen. Add some nice detail. I mean, some people might say it looks a bit busy, but I quite like busy. I'll just add some bigger dots in there. I don't think that needs much more. And some dots going up the page here. Just add one dot in there like that. And then I'm going to add some lines across there. Oh, that's still a bit wet there. All similar patterns. Oh, wet again there. I love the sound of peeling that tape away. Just going to reveal the picture now, and I'm going to bring it up to the screen so you can see the lovely detail here. It's been really fun, easy to do, lots of doodle fun, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Okay, well, hope to see you again soon. Bye.